Okay, so I lied about that being the last two man of the night. We're gonna hop in one more with the Suicide Zoo deck because that first match was just so unsatisfying. This hand is fine. This is a prime example of some of the like sequencing around your. Oh, another affinity deck, huh? Maybe our opponent will have slightly scarier hands this time. Aether Vial. Oh gosh, what is going on? Show me my match, please. There we go. Let's see. So let's think about this. Do I want to do any? Which land do I want to use? Probably Arid Mesa. Probably fetch red black. I always just go for like red black, 'cause like red black green white's the default config. Though I guess red white green black. Like the thing about red black green white is that it just like there's a little bit less spell overlap in terms of density of costs. I think like red black is 10, green white is 12 spells, whereas red white is 10, 12. It's 10, 12 either way, but like just like or sorry, it's actually more. Red white stacks up Temur Battle Rage, Steplink, Swiss Spear, and Bolt, whereas red black, I guess red black's the same, but like they're just different phases of the game. Like stacking up green black often leads to this like deploying Nacatl and Death Shadow nonsense that's really awkward. Whereas stacking up like red and black, like you usually are deploying your Death Shadows before your battle raging or whatever. And this is just a spot where I just go for full info. I don't have a battle rage to save up for, so I'm just doing this now. Yep. Okay, so as expected, the Aether Vial does imply Disciple, like old school Affinity style. Uh, that is not a card that gets much better in multiples. Kind of throwing away some prowess triggers that might be better later, but it's more important just to see more cards at this point because my hand is effectively so low on cards. Get in there. Street Wraith, sure. It could be anything, even another anything. That's like the old joke with these decks is that you always like, let's see what happens. Oh wait, I'll just pay another 2 life. Except for in this deck, it kind of wants to. So we don't know. Oh, we do know our opponent's last card, correct? Oh, that's the first Springleaf Drum still. Okay. I did kind of call that. That's pretty good in this spot. And I'm actually, so I can take 4 max next turn. It's fine. Yeah, this is right, I think. Not even taking 4 next turn because it's... Anyways, the point here is that I can fetch and cast Become Immense next turn. Yeah, I'm not taking 4 this turn because that's not getting through. So I'll be able to fetch and do that. Guess that does leave me 1 short, but I don't think waiting on that is significantly better. Okay. No, our opponent's last card is, well, I think I'm just supposed to take. That is. Take 1,000 billion. Ta-da! I think that's enough. I haven't really done the math, but I think 14 tramples usually enough. I think we needed to rip exactly that too. I could have killed my opponent in first strike damage, but this is a little bit cooler. So we just figured this out. Last match, please draw less Street Wraith. Boarding out Wraith over Probe because Probe triggers Prowess, and Prowess is good. Shave like a Step Links because that card's meh. Shave another Step Links because I now get to play Zombie Fish. Oh wait, no, we determined that Hooting Mandrill is better than Zombie Fish because of Champ. Excuse me. I think this is okay. I don't think it's great, but I want to give it a try and see what happens. Because I think I can get a pretty crazily large Death Shadow fast enough that I can kill my opponent with it. That's a good draw. Just going to use that land. Not entirely sure that's right, actually. It's all the same, actually. Gives me the most decision about what land to fetch on the last one. Okay. Actually, the mistake here is now that I have to use both mutagens this turn. Whereas if I fetched turns 1 and 2, I could just save 1. So you have the Gelf Blast and you're debating whether to use it. Okay. Galv Blasted something maybe? Yeah. Okay, that one. That's fine. Yeah, if I had sequenced this right, I could have saved that Death Shadow. So I'm getting immediately punished. That's pretty sure that's wrong. Supposed to play this land before attacking, I guess. So if this is a creature, oh, not a creature. So I would live, correct? 4, 5, no, dead still. Like a very large percentage dead. Though if I had that Death Shadow, I would have won the game. Actually, my opponent would be at 2 more life. I'd have a 4. It would be close. Actually, I would have lost so the Disciple could just chump. Anyways, onward and forward, we're over it. Don't do that. Count your mana, count your life, do all the good stuff. Stony Silence, please. I will also accept Step Links. This is definitely a... Yeah, this is definitely a red-white first hand. I will soon know what... Okay. It's fine by me. This is no longer fine. I don't know. This is the opposite of fine. Turn 1 cranial plating is a very big issue for every deck in every format. Maybe not in Vintage. But every other format where plating is legal, I'm pretty sure turn 1 plating is a problem. I've killed people on turn 2 before with turn 1 plating, so... Okay. Bash away. Gonna force my opponent to actually equip before I bolt here because the damage to my opponent does matter because I do conveniently have 8 damage still in hand and 8 on board and they're at 16, right? Because, fetch. And I fetched on my main phase through all of this because... So the reasoning for that is I felt like I was going to have to bolt anyways. And the problem with waiting on that bolt is, or waiting on that fetch is then I lose 2 damage. Because like if I have to fetch on my opponent's turn, you see the issue. Um, if my opponent chump blocks, I don't cash in, but if they're not chump blocking, I think I just have to jam. Fetch green white because every land in my deck fetches green red. There's a non-zero chance that it was right just to dump the mutagenic that turn. Sure, that's a card. My opponent just has yet to have a rabbit. Maybe I was supposed to bolt in response. Sure. Yeah, I should have bolted in response. Okay, now that that's out of the way, do that. Get that card out of the way. If my opponent uses a Galv Blast, I can Mutagenic Growth straight through it. No, I would like to deal damage to you. Thank you very much. I would also like to have Cat Warrior join the Cat Parade. I should specify the uneducated Cat Parade as opposed to the Kasali Pride Mage Cats with Jobs Parade. I've had a very long conversation with Brian Navarre about the different levels of zoo. This was at Pro Tour Philadelphia. About how at the time we had a zoo deck that featured a lot of cats with jobs. I'm trying to remember what the other one was. It was like Pride Mage and something else. Like we very specifically didn't have Wild Nakatl. We weren't around for his, party shenanigans. That was some garbage we wouldn't stand for. There was a very, very long, convoluted explanation about how he only had respectful cats with 9 to 5s who drove home to their, wife and family after work every day. How convenient that we have a fifth land to fetch. Yeah, beat Affinity twice. Sure, why not?